That should be good right there. There we go. That's fish on, guys. Fish. She's staying. Oh, guys, got a nice jump out of her. All right, folks, welcome back to another farm pond adventure where today we have made it back up to the KY and going to be putting out a live 6-inch green pumpkin lizard. Now, you guys know, if you've been following the channel for very long, that this is absolutely one of my favorite baits to throw during the spawning season, because when you pull these through these beds, these bass just cannot resist them whatsoever. So we're going to throw this out there. I'm already seeing a lot of movement in the water. Go down here and put a line in, see if we can't get ourselves hooked up. I'm going to kind of walk around and watch for beds today, because these fish certainly should be on the bed here right now, for sure. But we'll just have to see if we can't move around and find them. There's a fish. Little bitty one, guys. Little bitty bass. That's good. That means these dudes are going to be super, super aggressive in this pond today, for sure. Just a little bitty baby bass, but he smoked that green lizard, though. Absolutely smoked it. Got the puppies here hanging out. We always enjoy when the puppies show up and hang out with us. One of the reasons I love fishing this pond so much is the vast majority of this pond I can work from the side. Like, I don't have to walk all the way over there. I can hit most areas of this pond from both sides. So I can cast this entire bank. I can work back and forth on the bank. I can work across the pond. This end of this pond is very, very shallow. So a lot of these fish are gonna bed up. Man, that was a big bass right there, guys. That was a big fish right there. These fish are aggressive. There's a fish. There we go, guys. A little bitty baby bass at the moment, it's all we're catching. But that's good. These fish are hungry and aggressive. That means that some of the bigger ones will pop up and eat here in a minute. Another little Kentucky largemouth. See you, buddy. Guys, we're already... No, he didn't bite it. Something was definitely messing with it there. There we go. There's another fish. Just another baby, though, guys. We got to get their mamas. We got to get after their mamas. I mean, I'm not complaining. I will take fish all day, but we need their mamas. See you, buddy. Oh, there was something nudging on it out there. I might have to tie on a little bit smaller profile just to see if that's bluegill or crappie or something. Oh, that's a little bit better fish right there. Oh, what is that? Is that a... I think I foul hooked something, guys. Oh, yeah. Foul. Look at this bluegill. Did I hook him in the mouth? No, I foul hooked him. I was like, oh my gosh. Now, this is not as big as the ones we were catching out at Arms Family, but nice bluegill. And look what he tried to eat. Like, he was going after that. Like, these fish are not messing around today. Super, super aggressive. I like it. And that's really, really good to see here, because last, probably midsummer, I came down here and there was just a ton of these bluegill floating in this pond. And they're destroying this right now, guys. If I had a trout magnet to tie on right now, I could put it in that hole. There's no doubt a little bluegill bed right there. And I guarantee you they would be crushing it right there. Guys, there's a big bass right there on the bed, like looking at her. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tie on a little spinner just to see, just like a little fish finder rig, to see what's up. This Mepps Black Fury is my go-to. 100%. I love this bait. You can throw it out. Almost can guarantee you guys we're gonna get bit on the first cast with this. It's just a bait that just, when you put it in the water, just goes to work. Now, you're gonna have to weed through some of those small bass like we talked about. But with that being said, you can catch big bass on these smaller profile baits. My PB bass still to this day came off of a rooster tail. There we go. There's another fish. And see, that's what I'm talking about this little spinner bait, is you can catch these bluegills on them, which is exactly what that dude is right there. Nothing what we were catching out in Oklahoma, but nice bluegill nonetheless. There we go. Another bluegill, guys. Now we're getting up to those hand-sized bluegill right there. These bluegill, like that I can see right out in front of me, are literally in like a feeding frenzy. I'm seeing them flash all over the place. There's another one right there. Another bluegill right there, guys. Another nice bluegill. Check out the size of these bluegill. Just really, really nice ones. See you, buddy. We'll certainly try a bigger profile bait again here in a minute, but couldn't miss these bluegill. Every time I put that 6-inch lizard in there, they were just hammering it, which told me that they were definitely feeding hot and heavy right there. And that's a prime time to catch them when they get into a little feeding frenzy like that. I'll be really surprised if we don't hook up right here, guys. That's right there in the honey hole. Right there he is, guys. I knew that was a great cast over in that little area over there. All right, guys, another nice little bluegill there. Guys, I couldn't help myself. Had a little trout magnet. I'm gonna put the bass lure back on here in just a minute. I'm gonna put on maybe like a spinner or something like that. But I knew the little trout magnet was going to be instantaneous for these bluegills. And you can usually catch a few bigger ones because, simmer buddy, because they are able to get it in their mouth much, much easier. Guys, if we were cooking up bluegill tonight, we'd have a mess going on. I'm telling you that right now. And there's another one right there. I'm hoping to catch a crappie, guys. That's why I put this on, was to try to catch a crappie. But I mean, we are on pretty much a little unlimited supply of bluegill right now. See you, buddy. Guys, I want to take a minute and tell you guys that we are partnering with Ninja Dagger to give away one of these inshore 7-foot go-to travel rods. Now, if you have been waiting to pull the trigger on a Ninja Dagger, now's your chance. All you have to do to enter to win this is go to Ninja's Facebook page, like the page, comment, tell them Cameraman Ron sent you, and that you're there for the contest. You can comment on anything they got. Just make sure you mention my name, make sure you like the page, and in a couple weeks, we're going to announce the winner of one of these 7-foot go-to. These things are awesome. This is a 3-piece travel rod, and the great thing about it is I keep one of these put together on the boat. I keep one of the normal 7-footers on the boat, and you cannot tell the difference in these rods. There's no way you can pick up a travel rod unless you start looking for the joints and know by feel that you're not using just one of their standard 7-foot go-to rods. So make sure you go check out their Facebook page. I've got the link down in the description box below. Like the page, comment that Cameraman Ron sent you, and we'll get you entered in the drawing for a brand new 7-foot Ninja Dagger go-to travel rod. That's a big, nice bluegill there, guys. It's gonna be the biggest bluegill we've caught all day. That might actually be bigger than I caught. That actually might be bigger than the one I caught out at Daniel's place in Oklahoma. I'm not sure, but that is a hoss of a bluegill right there. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Man, we are catching some fish today. And I'm gonna put a bigger bait back on, but man, I love catching bluegills. You guys have heard me say that on the channel before. It's one of my absolute favorite fish to catch. And I think it's because when I did fish in Kentucky when I was growing up, I think that's the kind of fishing I just did. I did a lot of bluegill fishing. Me and my cousin would kind of take care of the farm chores. We grew up on a dairy farm, and we'd kind of take care of the stuff we needed to do. And then once we got that done, we'd go out, dig us up some red worms and put them under a bobber and just go out and just catch bluegills for days. And like when I did fish, that's the kind of fishing I remember doing as a kid. I wasn't doing a lot of bass fishing, definitely wasn't doing, you know, the saltwater fishing you guys see us do today. But I enjoy it nonetheless, and especially when you're catching just some slabs like we're catching out here today. I mean, if, like I said, if we were keeping fish, it would be insane. Oh, we're already on, like, guys. I'm telling you. Oh, he came off. Quick release. I'm telling y'all right now, right there, there's a bed for these bluegill. There has to be, because it's like it doesn't even hit the bottom, and they're destroying. And all I'm using is just like a little clear grub with sparkle, and they are wearing it out. Another bluegill, instantaneous on the bites, guys. And they're all big, nice bluegills. So good to see these guys. So good to see them, because when this pond, I don't know whether it turned over, but last summer when when I saw so many dead bluegill and we just wasn't catching that many, I was concerned for the pond, because this is such a great spot to catch these fish. So it's really, really good to see these dudes in here. There's another nice bluegill, guys. That's a good one. Golly. We're catching bluegills for days. For days. Big bluegill. Let's see, dude. What's wild about this, when I came over here today, I didn't do the whole like third person setup. Just strapped on a chesty, a microphone, grabbed a rod, couple baits, and just decided to come out here and fish. And it's like, it's automatic. It is automatic on these big old, oh, easy, you're gonna get the belly. I gave him the belly. I know y'all can't see it, but I gave him the belly. See you, buddy. I'm telling y'all right now, when my dad and my granny watch this video, they're gonna be so mad, because both of them love fresh fish. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. I don't really like cleaning fish that much. Like, I really don't. So, got a lot going on and just not a lot of time to clean up all these fish, even though we know full well if we wanted to have us a fish fry today, y'all, we could have us a fish fry. No doubt. Let's go, baby. If you're enjoying these videos where we're doing the farm pond fishing, I need you to make sure you leave a comment down below and let them know, because when we do a lot of saltwater fishing like we do, the algorithm just does not push our freshwater content. So I need you guys to go down and comment down below, let them know that you like this, so they'll continue to push these videos and we can continue coming out to these little farm ponds, catching bluegills, catching bass, and just having a grand old time. And we're always gonna be fishing in saltwater, guys. We are always going to have our regular saltwater videos for you all, but I do like mixing in these pond videos every now and then, because they're just so dang fun. And while you're there, right beside the like button, make sure you go ahead and lay the smack down on that subscribe button. Crush it, 2023 style, just like we're crushing these bluegills. I need y'all to crush that subscribe button. Now, we're gonna catch one or two more of these bluegills, then we're gonna tie on a little bit heavier tackle, and then I think we're gonna see if we can't get us a few more bass, because y'all ain't got, oh golly guys, he ate that right as soon as it hit the water. Y'all ain't got to see Eugene in a minute. So maybe if we can manage a 6-pack of bass today, we'll give old Eugene a chance to crack him a cold one. Guys, this is gonna be a big bluegill right here. Big, nice bluegill. Heck yeah, baby. Beautiful fish. Gonna go ahead and tie on a trench hog here. This is kind of a cross in my mind between a bandito bug and a lizard and a crawfish. It does all kinds of purposes, but it is a great bait for bed fishing. Same thing, anytime you can get something dragging through those bass beds, you're gonna do really well. Just rigging it up Texas style with a little bullet weight there. I feel like this should be a good spot. I see a nice bed right out there. There's a fish. That's a little bit better one there, guys. That's a little bit better fish there. There we go. There we go. All right. Definitely a much better bass there, folks. Nice little largemouth bass. These fish are definitely on the bed spawning. Y'all check her out right there. Nice little bass, probably about a pound, pound and a half. Definitely better than those little dinks we've been catching. Let's get that girl back. Oh, there's a bullfrog. I've always wondered, y'all leave a comment down below and let me know if you've ever used an actual live frog for bait. Because in my mind, I feel like that should work. Like 100%, but I don't know that I've ever seen anybody do it. So if you've ever actually used a live frog for bait, let me know how you rigged it up, how it worked out for you. I'd really like to hear. All right, we're fish on. That's a decent fish, guys, right there. Yeah, that's a little bit better fish. She's staying, oh, guys, got a nice jump out of her. She gonna give us one more? She gonna give us one more? Come on, baby. Come up here. Oh, that's a good bass. We're gonna get a weight on her. I do have my scale and everything with me. We are definitely gonna get a weight on this one, guys. All right, got it zeroed out. That's almost a 2.5 pound bass right there, guys. Y'all check her out. You saw the thing right there. I had somebody tell me the other day, they commented and they're like, that bass wasn't even a pound. Sometimes they just look smaller on camera, guys, than what they are. But this fish, you guys can see right here, they are right in the middle of spawn. So we're gonna go ahead and get her back in there. Get a nice little gentle release on her. There you go, mama. And she will swim right out and go right back to her bed. Hey guys, been shooting the whole thing in first person just because it's been that kind of day. Having a blast. That's our 5th bass on the day. Caught, I don't even know how many bluegill. We caught a lot. So the mission now is to catch one more bass so Eugene can crack himself a cold one. That's what we got to do. We got to get a cold one for Eugene. Trench hog has produced us our 2 biggest bass on the day. That first one we caught on the trench hog, I'm guessing was probably about a pound, pound and a half. That last one was 100% a big girl. She was 2 pounds 9 ounces. Now, I know 2 pounds 9 ounces is not a giant by any stretch, but for this pond, anything over 2 pounds is a good solid fish. And she felt like every bit of it. As soon as she hit that, man, you could tell she was angry and she wanted whatever that was away from her baby bed because she wasn't happy. There's another fish right there, guys. That's a much, much smaller fish, but I felt him hit it nonetheless. Easy, buddy, easy. And that's gonna be one of the little males there for sure. But y'all know what that is right there, y'all. That's bass number 6. Y'all wanna see a little Eugene? Hit him with it, brother. Crack a cold one. America. That's right, never a bad day to crack a cold one. And if you want a surefire sign that you're in Kentucky, there it is. Got the cattle working. Let's go. There's another fish, guys. There's another fish. Just gonna water ski this one in. We're not gonna give him a chance to fight us because he devoured that trench hog. Golly, guys. All right, golly, look at the tail. Look how red the tail is right there where they're fanning the beds. That's what causes that tail to get super red like that. They get down and they brush these beds while they're making them, and it gives you that just crazy, crazy red tail. See you, buddy. There we go, there's another one. There's another bass. Bass number 9 on the day. Again, knocked it straight off the hook, guys. This is the most aggressive I've ever seen these fish in this pond. No questions asked. I mean, they are 100% just destroying these lures when you put them in the water. See, buddy, that looked like a little male, which tells me there's probably gonna be a female. Golly, 9 bass. And I know all of them haven't been giant, but you don't need big giant bass when you're catching as many as what we've caught today. Now, this is the scariest part of fishing here, because every snake I've almost stepped on has been over here on this side. This is a bank that they don't mow, just because there's no point in it. But every time I've ever seen a snake at this pond, it's been over here. So it's always scary for me walking over here, because I hate snakes. You guys know that. So, but we're in it to win it for y'all. So we're gonna make our way down through here just a little bit and see if I want to get up here by this tree, because I do know there's bass that hang out there quite often. But I also want to stay away from any little slithery friends that we may or may not have here. So I think this will do us. That should be good right there. There we go. That's fish on, guys. I said they'd be right there at that brush. Come on. That's bass number 10. Not a big one, but bass number 10 nonetheless. I mean, can you really complain about size when you're catching this many? Because I know I can't. I'm never going to complain about the size of fish when I'm catching as many as what we've caught today. And we've caught my pond PB today. It's definitely never caught a fish. Come on out. I've never caught a bass as big as that 2-pound 9-ounce one right there. So that's going to be the last fish, guys. We're going to take it to the house. Guys, I couldn't make my way back to the car without at least throwing around a bait. So I tied another spinner bait on and caught another bass. That's bass number 11. A couple more bluegill. I mean, you can't walk back around this pond and not toss a lure around. I mean, that would be doing a huge injustice to fishermen old and new if you did that. Guys, look, there's a snake right there. I don't know if y'all can see him down there. Just a little brown water snake. He is just eating something though. He got something right in the middle of his belly, and now he's up under a rock where I can't see him. Okay, and that is our first green sunfish on the day, and he is massive. That's a really nice, pretty green sunfish right there, guy. Third species on the day. We'll take it. Well, guys, what a heck of a day we had out here on this little farm pond. Love doing some Kentucky farm pond fishing. Y'all know that. Each and every time we come out, we always have a lot of success, especially at this fishing hole. It's a great place to fish, man. It really is. That's all I got for you today. I mean, we caught a lot of fish. Eugene got to crack a 6-pack. We're going to take it to the house, get a little bit of rest, and we're going to try it again tomorrow. Y'all take care. And as always, make sure you find a way to make somebody smile. You never know. It just might change the world. We'll see y'all on the next one.